Med Diet presents Pleasing Plate Presentations for the Dysphagia Diet. This session will cover the importance of serving foods that are visually appealing, tips for simple improvements to the standard runny puree foods, and ideas for even more creative pureed food plate presentations. Eating is entertainment for our senses. For foods to be appealing, they need to combine different textures and temperatures, be colorful, taste great, and smell good. Serving attractive pureed foods becomes challenging because variety in texture has been diminished with the cohesive consistency needed for safer swallowing. Besides pureed foods ending up with all the same texture and consistency, the very process of pureeing them can also dilute flavor and color if recipes are not followed properly. Many times, foods are simply pureed and served. This can sometimes leave everything at the meal looking the same and rather boring. We're going to offer some ideas and simple steps for making pureed foods more appealing. Let's begin with something simple like pureed fruits. By adding one of the commercial thickeners to foods, you can give them shape. The manufacturers will have directions for how much thickener to add. In general, it takes only a small amount. By mixing fruits, you can make fruit cocktails. You can do this with any combination of fruits that you want to serve together. For a fancier presentation, you can also layer the fruits in a parfait glass and garnish as desired. Pureed vegetables are also easy to add form to. Simply add the commercial thickener according to the manufacturer's recipe and scoop onto the plate. Notice how nicely they hold shape and how much better this looks than runny pureed vegetables. Pureed meats can be thickened in the same manner, transforming a boring bowl of pureed meat into a more interesting formed shape. Once you scoop the meat onto the plate, you can further shape it into a meat square for visual variety, and then top with sauce or gravy. Commercial products are available that can be added to pureed meats and vegetables prior to heating that give them a nice, cohesive soufflé texture. Pureed food enhancers use heat to set them, which offers even more serving possibilities. It is an easy four-step process starting with your cooked pureed food. Add in the enhancer and any additional liquid according to the product direction. Warm in the oven to serving temperature. Then you're ready to serve. You will have several options for an attractive serving. Here we have pureed chicken that we can serve either as one large or two smaller scoops. The pureed meat can be cut and served as a square, or it can be sliced. We hope this gives you ideas for nicely formed puree meals on a dinner plate. Once simple forms are mastered, even more creative serving ideas can be accomplished. Next are tips for swirling, piping, using food molds, and garnishing tips. You can combine matching foods in a pan and swirl them. This works for any foods that make a good combination, like peas and carrots, green and wax beans, or mashed potatoes and a meat. You can scoop out one larger portion, or make several smaller scoops. If you are handy with a pastry bag, foods can be piped onto a plate. Piping pureed pasta can look like spaghetti noodles, or you can make vegetable shapes, something especially fun for children on pureed diets. Common kitchen items like different-sized muffin tins, mold pans, or candy molds can be used to give foods different shapes. Special food replica molds can also be purchased. Food replica molds work like an ice cube tray. Once you have prepared the pureed food and added a thickener or enhancer, you fill the mold, freeze it, and then pop out the food portion. If the molded food is a fruit or food item that is served cold, you would pop it out onto the serving dish. Recipes are available from manufacturers to help you with food molding. You can also make fancy sauce trails under a dessert or meat. You can use piping or candy molds to make garnishes from pureed vegetables, pureed lettuce, or pureed cranberries. We hope this has inspired you to be creative with the pureed meals you are preparing and serving. Be assured that the person eating the meal will appreciate your efforts. For more information, talk to your healthcare provider, visit the product manufacturer's websites, or visit us at dysphagia-diet.com.